One of the things about being part of an anthology is that it's an introduction to writing, as far as I'm concerned. You don't have that panic about getting a full-size book out. You can start with your story. And having been in, like, this one's my third one to date, and I've got another one coming up in the new year, it is putting your stories with other people's stories.
If you have the desire to write a story and anything at all, I would say don't hesitate to work with Debbie and Judy at Carnelian Moon. This is my first publishing experience. I had no prior knowledge of the ins and outs of how books are brought together, edited.
As someone that's coordinating people to put together in a book like this and gathering the right people, I trusted that in you, and I knew you would do that well, and I have not been disappointed. You are amazing, and amazing as someone that coordinates this, someone that's putting this idea and your vision together, including all of the professionalism down to the details of what we've been given in perfect timing to use accordingly. And I can't say that enough. I just think that's been the best thing. So I didn't know that when I signed up. I didn't know, but I said yes because I could feel all that, and it's actually come to pass.
What I've benefited from is a structure, is support into reaching the goal of writing an anthology. Originally, I was wanting to write a whole book, but then I'm not that structured. So
the people you meet is unbelievable. And Debbie, Judy and I met because we were contributors to a book. And normally, this is my experience, when there's an anthology done, the person putting it together usually has a group page, and you get to know each other and you get to connect. I have friends all over the world because of my contributions. And then it just, people that are looking for something have a little bit of a taste all the way along, and it gives them an idea to who they would like to connect with, what kind of person they want to be, rather than read a whole book and just get one person's opinion. And we all have so many stories, and this story has never been told, and it just came when the topic was brought to me. And we all have those stories. And if you have ever wanted to write it all, just be part of something that you can share your brilliance with other people. And it is an honor to share those stories. And you know what? If it changes one person's life, it is awesome. It is amazing. Yes. Highly recommend it.
So the main thing I benefited from Carnelian Publishing was around structure and was around support. My intent was to get my word out, to get my story read, to write it actually and get it published. And I did manage that through that company. And that's also thanks to the people in the company that I managed that. So I don't think I would have gone to publishing the whole book on my own without the support of Carnelian Publishing. So I'm really grateful for that. That's the main thing. But also now, after having written the book, my feeling is it's only the beginning. And I love that idea. I feel inspired by the vision that I've heard. So it's kind of pointing out at the moment the vision of taking it further together. So one of the things we talked about was applying for awards or do some workshop or do some, and I was thinking about also even doing some coaching or having some derived products from the book. And I think there's the open-mindedness in Carnelian Publishing to do that and to take it some steps further. And that's what I love about it, because we're co-building somehow. It feels that all our brains are together and we kind of stay tuned with one another. And it comes out into ideas. Doesn't matter to me whose mind or whose mouth the idea comes out. What matters is it happens and we make it happen.
So much. It's been really a beautiful journey, and I'd say, you know, some people think of writing books as a painful experience. This hasn't been anything but that. It's been a wonderful experience, and I just can't say enough about your professionalism, your kind heart, and your encouragement to your authors. And everyone should know that now Carnelian Moon Publishing is something I'm proud to share.
So if you're writing your own story as part of an anthology, or your own book in its entirety, they just take you through the process in such a gentle and easy to manage way that I still don't know the ins and outs of all the publishing and the editing and that whole process that goes on in the background. Debbie and Judy take care of that for you, and I just found it a complete pleasure. The only hard bit for me was getting my story out onto paper, which is kind of what you're going to have to do anyway. But apart from that, it's been really smooth, and it was lovely to in this anthology to interact with all the other authors as well, to get to know them and to get the energy going and just really feel part of something that's much, much bigger than yourself. And we're more than the sum of our parts. Hearing some of the stories, sort of outline of stories, and the raison d'etres of the other authors was remarkable, and it's just such a pleasure, really. I couldn't recommend you enough. It's been amazing. It's been one of the most positive things I've done ever. So go for it. I would say anyone who's on the fence, go for it. As long as you want to write that story, that's probably all you're going to have to worry about, is writing the story as best you can, but the rest is all managed for you, which is really valuable.